The Eagles are 8-4 and at the top of the NFC East, and currently Jalen Hurts, with 19 passing touchdowns and 2 interceptions on the season, has an overall passing efficiency specifically for the Eagles offense at number 12, overall rushing passing for number 17, and pressure rate number 21. Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and the Eagles probably have the biggest microscope over any team that just recently won a Super Bowl, and it seems like people are starting to throw Jalen Hurts under the bus. Let's hear it.
Division, the Cowboys aren't making the playoffs. We might mess around and win the whole damn division. Look, we got to start off by talking about the absolute choke job, the absolute disaster class we just saw on the football field here on beautiful Black Friday as the Chicago Bears dominate the Philadelphia Eagles on the Eagles' home.
Shout out my guy Kieran. He's a big Longhorns fan.
I'm back allowing defeat last week. Oh man, it's gonna be nasty. First, we got to talk about all the things that went wrong for the Eagles. Let's start off with suspect number one. Jalen Hurts. Fellas, is Jalen Hurts becoming a problem for this Eagles team?
I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than Prize Pick.
You the Hall of Famer.
What's the question? We got the Cowboy guy asking about Eagles. This is
hey, y'all got a loss. We got to win on the record this week. We got to talk about it.
You got to ask Acho. I don't want to talk to him about it.
Acho, do the Philadelphia Eagles have a Jalen Hurts problem?
Absolutely, on a day like today. On a day where the Eagles have to actually pass the ball, on a day where the Eagles have to play from behind, on a day where the Eagles have to find some explosion in the offense, on a day where the Eagles won't have a lot of time of possession because their defense is not holding up in the run game. And hey, Jalen Hurts, we need you to be efficient. We need you to be effective. We need you to find explosive plays. This is when now the game does not play to Jalen Hurts' advantage. Jalen Hurts is great at dominating a game by time of possession. He's great at playing ahead of the sticks. But at the point in which the Philadelphia Eagles are behind the sticks, at a point in which the Philadelphia Eagles have to play from behind, I don't think the Eagles held a lead at any point in time during the course of this game, if I'm not mistaken. I think the Bears got on the board first and stayed on the board the entire time. Jalen Hurts is not the quarterback that can play from behind. Jalen Hurts is not the quarterback that you can trust him to lead his team back when they are down and when the Eagles' defense is as bad as they were today. And truth be told, they were just bad at stopping the run. Like, they bent, but they didn't really break. They only allowed 24 points. That's not really all that bad. On a day like today, Jalen Hurts truly gets exploited for the lack of passing ability that he has.
I'm sorry. An NFL defense giving up 24 points. It's not that bad. I don't know, man. I don't know. Jalen Carter has been talking all that hot and he's been spitting on people. The play has not back. And Jalen Carter, I think, is a dog. This defense is not what the defense was last year, but I get it. The narratives.
Yeah, I can't blame this on Jalen Hurts, right? He could have played better, but the whole team could have played better. I mean, another thing is we talking about come back from behind. It wasn't like no blowout. It was like one possession type games. 7 points, 3 points, 9 points. I don't know what did it say, man. I'm just so mad and so pissed off because we are a better team than the Bears. I know the Bears record is.
How can you still say that?
I know the Bears. Did you watch the game?
1,000%. Yeah. That's why I'm asking how can you still say that?
We played bad. That's how they play, though. The way they play is we're going to play great defense the whole game, right? We're going to run the ball all day. We're going to keep the ball out of our quarterback's hands.
Yeah.
We don't play like that. We just haven't been playing up to our standards, right? On defense. I haven't seen nobody run the ball on us. They had 250-something yards rushing.
Correct.
2 running backs had 100 yards.
That's crazy.
That'll never happen against us. And we got bullied. They controlled the line of scrimmage. And then on offense, we couldn't get nothing really going, right? So I'm going to say this game right here, we play bad as a whole. And there's some games where the defense and offense play bad and special teams play bad. Offensive football today played bad. So, yes, Jalen Hurts could have been better, but the whole team could have been better.
I won't go that far because, like, to me, this is who the Eagles are right now.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
It's who the Eagles are right now. And to me, this is who Jalen Hurts is right now. Saquon Barkley is yet to get going all season. He's not getting going. I hate watching the broadcast and they're like, well, the Eagles are still just trying to figure it out. We're in December just about. If you ain't figured it out yet, you're not going to figure it out. I believe our first show was an Eagles game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes,
I think it was September 4th.
It was.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
It's currently November 20.
You know what? I don't agree with Acho on a lot of things. I do have to agree with him here. It is December. We can't be figuring it out. But at the same time, to push back, they are 8-4. Like I think if any team has the space to figure it out, it's a team that's leading their division. I think the best teams hit their stride going into the playoffs. So we're gonna see if the Eagles can figure that out.
If you ain't figured it out yet, it's not getting figured out. This is who you are. Eagles have to look in the mirror and say, we can't run the ball this year. Jalen Hurts has to look in the mirror and say, I can't throw the ball effectively this year. The defense has to look in the mirror and say, okay, we are a solid defense. We bend a lot. We don't always break, but we bend a lot. To me, this is who the Eagles are. It's problematic at this point.
A lot of stuff is this on offense. We didn't stay on the field long enough, though.
Yeah.
So if you look at the time of possession, they killed us on that part. Like today, actually, the running game wasn't really bad. But you didn't see a lot of us out there on offense to get them plays. And then Jalen Hurts, I will say this, on some of these plays, it looked like we wasn't on the same page, right? Like on a couple of third downs, he's throwing the ball to Devontae. He's like, okay, am I sitting down? Am I keep going? Jalen Hurts is thinking his zone. He thinks he's going to sit down. And then Smitty's thinking his man. He's going to keep running. Like small things like that. But he missed a wide open, Dallas wide open. And you see that up the seam?
Yep.
That could have been a touchdown. But altogether, we just didn't play well together, though. And that's like, I don't want to single out Jalen Hurts because, he didn't play well. But if you look at this game, tell me who played well for the Eagles. But real quick, tell me who played well for the Eagles.
I would say A.J. Brown
played
well.
Now, even though it was a loss, it's things like that. Like, yo, give him a chance.
Yeah.
Because sometimes with A.J. Brown, I always say this, he's the best. Other than Deshaun Jackson, it's different because Deshaun can spot a ball deep, easy.
Yeah.
But AJ's the best with seeing the ball, lay hands, grabbing it, body control. And a lot of catches he's making this year and his best years before is they're contested. Just give him a chance. But other than him, who else played good?
Smitty would have played good if Jalen played better. You know what I mean? Like, Smitty had 5 catches. Jalen was inaccurate on 2 of them. Threw it behind Smitty on 1. That's probably another touchdown. So, Smitty, in my mind, played well. If Jalen would have played better, Goddard had a fine game. Again, if Jalen would have played better, Goddard would have had a better game. Like, to me, 2-5, Jalen is the nucleus of all of it. So, it's very hard for players to play well if the quarterback plays bad. It's hard for Smitty to play well if the quarterback plays bad. Shout out to A.J. Brown for catching inaccurate passes. Because make no mistake about it, AJ only played so great because AJ is incredible.
That's football, though.
Exactly right.
That's football.
He's incredible.
That's football.
AJ played well despite Jalen Hurts, not because of Jalen Hurts. Smitty played well despite Jalen.
Even the Cowboys fan, and this is where we got to push back on Acho. Like, I get where you're coming from, but you can't absolve other people not playing good if other people are playing good, right? If AJ Brown, and I think the biggest example is that that double move. Was it a double move or was it an out and up? But he threw it up to AJ Brown, and it was almost like it was almost like a back shoulder, but it hung in the air for so long. So AJ has to come back to it and rip it out of I forgot who he was covering, but so was the ball not accurate? Sure. But at the same time, is that not giving AJ Brown a chance? If you've ever watched, any of my streams on the main channel, something that I always say about AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts is like, dog, you're gonna get, if it's 3rd and long and AJ Brown has one-on-one coverage, the ball is going to AJ Brown 86% of the time. I'll put a parlay on it. If I see a one, you're gonna see Jalen Hurts go like that. To AJ Brown gonna be like, just throw me the ball, motherfucker. and then it's gonna be a back shoulder fade or a front shoulder, ripping it out of people's hands, doing whatever. So I think to his point of like, hey, Jalen Hurts does have to play better, right? 245 or what do you have? And AJ Brown had 132 yards. I believe anytime AJ Brown has more than 132 yards, they're like 1-3 this season or some crazy number like that. It just, you can't absolve everything from the quarterback, even though the quarterback can play better. We're acting like he had a 3 interception day. We're acting like he had a Brock Purdy day. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's so interesting to me that when Jalen Hurts has a rough game, maybe you could find some stuff out. It's like the world is falling and everybody, dog, they're 8-4. Like, I hate to be that guy. I'm a Texans fan. I'm not an Eagles fan, but my goodness, looking at an 8-4 team and everybody's like, the sky's falling. Oh my God, Jalen Hurts is terrible. Dog, they're 8-4. What are we talking about? And the defense isn't playing. The defense gave up 2 separate 100-yard rushers, and somehow we're talking about Jalen Hurts. I don't know. I'm a little confounded here.
See, not because of Jalen Hurts.
I can't say that. Like, I see some passes today, and Smitty didn't have a lot of opportunities. But I seen some he had one-on-one, and he caught the ball, and he got tackled for like 1 or 2 yards. Break that tackle. Make that dude miss. That's playing football. Sometimes when your quarterback is not playing great, or your lineman is not blocking great, we all been there. You got to make things happen. You threw the ball to AJ. It wasn't great passes, but he made a catch. He made a play.
Correct.
So sometimes, and if you look at our offense, I mean, it's honest that Jalen Hurts is probably out of all the talent we do have, he's not the most talented dude.
Correct.
So sometimes you got to build him up. Like, sometimes we get these roles, I'm the quarterback, I'm making this much money, and this. No, you can still help me out.
Yeah.
That's part of the game.
But
And you know, go watch the full. This is from Speakeasy. You know, we don't watch full videos on this reaction channel. We like to add a little sauce to it. But you know, shout out to LeJontay Wester. You don't gotta be that guy to be that guy. And I think Jalen Hurts is the king of that because of his lineage. Obviously, come from Alabama. Like, and that's another thing. The reason why I'm a Jalen Hurts fan is because first off, hated Alabama. Obviously, as a Texas fan, y'all ruined Colt McCoy, Nick Saban. It's your fault, Nicky. But anyway, so I have no reason to like Alabama. However, if you like football, if you like people who can, get through adversity, dog, there's nothing better than the story of Jalen Hurts and Tua in the national championship, and then Jalen Hurts replacing Tua in the SEC championship the following year. Like, Jalen Hurts is the model of what it really means to be a football player, what it means to be dedicated, what it means to hey, do whatever it takes to win football games. We're talking about a Super Bowl champion right now, someone who's leading their team at 8-4 at the top of their division, and apparently the sky is falling and it's all his fault. So let's get into some quick little next-gen stats. We're going to get in and out of here, right? So the Eagles have converted just 16 of 23 quarterback sneaks this season. That's 70%. Their first season with a conversion rate under 80% since Jalen Hurts took over as a starter in 2021. And apparently Jalen Hurts actually hates the tush push. So I think that's interesting. Jalen Hurts has thrown for 726 yards, second most in 7 touchdowns, tied most on deep passes this season, and hasn't thrown an interception on a deep pass since week 2 of 2024. These are what the stats are saying. Jalen Hurts has completed 56% of his pass, 5th highest in average 7.6 per attempt, 4th most when pressured this season, throwing 5 touchdown passes and no interceptions. The advanced next level stats say that boy Jalen Hurts is delivering the goods and doing what he needs to do to have a team win. But y'all let me know how y'all feel. Is it Jalen Hurts' fault? Is it AJ Brown's fault? Is it Kevin Patullo's fault? Y'all let me know down below in the comments. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. We'll see you next time. Peace.